Welcome traders, this is Daily Analytical Report with Alpari. My name is Tomasz Wiśniewski and I'm a Chief Analyst in Alpari Research and Analysis. So we do have a few interesting movements. First of all, the American dollar is weaker according to those words of Mr. Mnuchin, which is about to be a Secretary of State. He said that American dollar is too strong at the moment. It can hurt American economy. So now today American dollar is mostly weaker to most of the currencies. The next thing that we are seeing on the market are very strong indexes. And we are about to hit 20,000 points on Dow Jones, which will be the historical record, and everybody was waiting for those 20,000 points on Dow Jones, and most probably it will happen today, as on pre-market we are higher than 20,000 points. Apart from that, we had data from Australia overnight, which came worse than expected, and Australian dollar is weaker right now. Let me show you charts. So obviously we will start with macro calendar. Just to finish that introduction, why indexes are going north. Well, first of all, that's what the trend is, but also it's really focused on large fiscal spending package, which is expected from Mr. Donald Trump, new president of the United States. So stocks are going higher. We are expecting Trumpflation. We are expecting large fiscal stimulus, large fiscal package, and that is why stocks are going higher. Also, if we will see here, we got a strong trade data from Japan. As you can see, export is much higher. That caused the Japanese yen to weaken. Weak Japanese yen, so strong American dollar to Japanese yen helps to lift stocks, and that's what's happening right now on the market. On the calendar, what do we have is data from housing market in United States, and in 3.5 hours we will have EIA crude oil stocks change, so important data for traders on oil. But about oil, we get some information that another countries are committing to the cut in the oil production. But as I will show you on the chart of oil, traders are not amazed with that. And the oil actually is going down a little bit. Industry data showed that American stockpiles expanded, which is a negative sign for the price of oil. And also Libya increased crude output to the highest level since 2014, as the country comes back with full production following internal conflict. That is why the price of oil is declining, given that that OPEC cut is quite surprisingly, I have to say. Many countries are committing to that, and they are actually cutting the output. But as was told before, if those countries will cut the output, countries like Brazil, Libya, etc., they will increase their output to use higher prices and to help their suffering economies. Right, so that's from the fundamental point of view. Overnight, As you can see, we had CPI from Australia, and overnight we'll have a CPI from New Zealand. So if you're planning to open a transaction on a New Zealand dollar, you have to be aware of the fact that we'll have an important data along with a speech from Reserve Bank of New Zealand Governor Mr. Wheeler, and tomorrow GDP from UK, definitely strong data. To close today, IFO from Germany surprisingly came worse than expected. That data was quite strong recently, but surprisingly we got a weaker number. Let me show you. As you can see, history, actual data from October, November, December above 110. We expected 111, but we got number below 110. This is surprising, but Euro is doing quite right at the moment. So let's start with charts. I have the same charts as yesterday for you. We start with American dollar to with British pound to American dollar. So we do have a continuation of this movement started recently. To make that clear, this is a weekly chart. Look what's happening on a weekly chart. We do have a bullish engulfing here, so a bearish candlestick followed by bullish overlapping the first one. It's also the second bottom. Here's the first one, here's the second one. It's a strong buy signal, especially that price managed to break the downtrend line, connecting recent lower highs here, so that's a very positive sign. Let's if the signal is bullish, let's see where's the potential resistance for this movement. It's here, 180 pips from now. In the short term, there's nice resistance here, so it's also a good situation for short-term traders. For short-term traders, we do have a trend line, we do have a horizontal support. Let's see, how about the risk to reward ratio? So as I said, 200 pips to the resistance. Let's say 100 pips for the support. 2 to 1, which makes it a good trading opportunity. Pound is stronger against almost all of the currencies. Very similar situation on British pound to Canadian dollar. Also look at that, it's a double bottom formation. On the weekly chart, what do we have here is a bullish engulfing as well, very beautiful candlestick formation. And as you can see, this pair has a history of following that signals. This is bearish engulfing. This is bearish engulfing as well. So bearish engulfing, downswing, bearish engulfing, downswing. Now we have bullish engulfing, which should result in an upswing. Like for example here. Obviously it depends how do you treat it, because here shadows are not covered. But some traders look at bullish engulfings only in terms of the body. That's also my view on this formation. So this pair has a a good history of respecting this kind of pattern. So that's another decent trading occasion. And as well, to the resistance, we do have 960 pips. But first, in order to reach this resistance, we have to break this mid-term downtrend line connecting recent lower highs. We probably gonna test this line soon. We have 90 pips to that line. The closest short-term support is here, in my opinion. And if we believe in the positive scenario, this creates a nice trading opportunity. Look at that. As we said, 960 pips. Stop loss 150. 6 to 1. Something like that. And it's very interesting setup as well. Euro to Australian dollar. This time what I have here, well, you know the long-term situation, because on this pair we are talking about the long-term situation for almost every day for the last few weeks, so I won't repeat that. Again, I will focus on a mid-term setup right now. We got a support on 140, 130, 1.413. This support is marked with green color, and we had three breakout attempts. First one was in November. We touched exactly 50% Fibonacci of this uptrend, as you can see. Maybe on a weekly chart it will be better. 50%. Right, we touched 50%. Then there was a retracement from this point, 360 pips. Then we had a breakout attempt in December. Also, that was a false breakout, and the price went up 600 pips. And now in January, and look at that, it happens in the middle of the month, right? Middle of November, middle of December, middle of January, another breakout attempt. They didn't finish that only with a long tail, but price actually went there deeper and managed to close below this resistance. But buyers made a counter attack and they went back above 1.4013. This movement is caused by this weaker data from Australia, and actually this creates a nice reversal pattern. So this false breakout here. Some of you may see an inverted head and shoulder formation here. So for example, here, here and here. But I wouldn't be so sure about that. But still, what do we have here in the short term? Is this very important horizontal support. If the price is above this level, highs from Monday, from Tuesday, and from after the breakout, it's a support from today. As long as the price stays above this line in the midterm, the sentiment is positive, definitely. Let me delete those rectangles. It will be easier for us to see everything. But yeah, that's how it looks like. Euro to American dollar. What we are talking about yesterday was the price declining here, and we said that it's a good place to buy because there will be a correction equality movement. And actually it happened. It happened. The price used this correction equality movement and went 50 pips up. Here the correction equality movement ends because this one is a lot deeper. If we count from this bottom, it's another 50 pips. But anyway, correction equality movement is not there. What we are having here is a kind of left shoulder head and possibly a right shoulder. So if we see that, we have to be careful on this support. Why? Because this support was proven strong today because the price bounced from it, but also in the same time it will be a neckline of the possible head and shoulder formation. In my opinion, there are chances that the price will go significantly higher and this uptrend will be continued, but in the same time I'm a trader, so if you're a trader you shouldn't stick to one side of the market, but you should trade what the market is showing you, what the market is. You should take those opportunities that market gives you. If the market will give me a breakout of the neckline, I will do my best to take it and to use it in my favor. Even if in the long term, I'm optimistic here and I think that euro-dollar should be stronger. Another instrument that we tweeted about is euro to Canadian dollar. We tweeted about that yesterday. We spotted that beautiful shooting star on a horizontal resistance here, right? It is a horizontal resistance, no doubts about that. It was a support in April, June, July, October. After the breakout, it was resistance in December and is resistance now in January. So after the shooting star, we got a confirmation of a retracement, and now the price is making another lower lows and lower highs, which is a sell signal. The place where we stopped is not a coincidence. As you can see, this is a support from 19th of January. Price found a support, but is now attacking those lows. The next support is somewhere here, which was the resistance in 12, 13, and 18th of January. Right, so this is our base scenario for euro to Canadian dollar, so a decline. Australian dollar to American dollar. As you can see, American dollar weakness is helping Australian dollar, which got hit overnight. How badly? This badly, as you can see. On euro, this movement was 150 pips and it got retraced 50 pips, so 1/3. And on Australian dollar to American dollar, this movement was 80 pips and it got retraced over half, 50 pips, right? So you can see that it's American dollar's fault. What we are having here again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 bearish corrections with around 70 pips distance. How deep was this correction? 80, so 10 pips higher. You have to admit that it's not a big difference, especially that we had this horizontal support here and we could expect that this support will be used. How important is that support? Look at that, 0.75, 0.7520. On H4 chart, you can clearly see how important. Right? Also, on H4 chart, what I would like to show you is a hammer here. This, from the technical point of view, is a strong buy signal, right? This green support was protected, was defended with the hammer candlestick, correction equality movement. So this defense looks legitimate, and from this point, the price should aim higher. in our opinion, this is a nice opportunity for a long position. Gold is defending $1,204 per ounce, which is a local support. As we are still in this ascending triangle formation, and we are expecting the breakout of 38.2 Fibonacci level. New Zealand dollar to American dollar. I don't know if you remember what I was telling you yesterday on a daily analytical report, but in the summary I mentioned that we have some nice decent trading occasions, and one of the best one is long position on New Zealand dollar to American dollar. And look what's happening. We are on a daily highs. The price is making higher highs and higher lows. So point taken for Alpari team. We're telling about that somewhere here. 50 pips higher, and we are on a actually now we are on a daily highs. So the sentiment here is definitely positive. First potential resistance, we are approaching to it. It's this red line connecting recent lower highs. Here we will check if the bullish sentiment is real in the midterm. American dollar to Canadian dollar. That's a bit of a roller coaster here, because this can be considered, I'm sorry, not this one, I wanted to have a rectangle. This can be considered as a false breakout of this trend line, but in the same time this can be considered as a false comeback. Anyway, if you're confused, what I would see here is a pending order below this support. Is this support relevant? Well, in my opinion, yes. Something like that, pending order here. Waiting for an activation in case that support would be broken. It doesn't have to be broken, but if it will happen, it would be nice to be prepared for a downswing, because chances for a further downswing, in case this support will be broken, chances would increase. Another instrument, well, actually I wanted to show you how British pound is strong against Japanese yen, because I told you that there was a retracement from Japanese yen. We're coming back there because American dollar is really weak. So on American dollar to Japanese yen, you can actually see the weakness of American dollar, especially with the better data from Japan and stocks aiming higher. American dollar to Japanese yen aiming lower shows you how bad is the situation of American dollar right now, how negative is the sentiment there. Let me switch to another account where I will show you indexes and oil. As for an index, I have DAX, side trend here, upswing, side trend here, two false breakouts, and an upswing. Right? Looks like that. So, who can guess what will happen next? Maybe this one, huh? We'll see. Wider, smaller. But maybe we will experience something like that. As you know, history likes to repeat itself. It's one of the fundamentals of the technical analysis, so why not? The fact is that we are approaching for new long-term highs, and again we're about to hit 20,000 points on Dow Jones in United States. historical situation. Oil cannot decide. We spotted those two formations recently. You know that there is a bearish head and shoulder formation, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. In the same time, there is a bullish pennant, actually a symmetric triangle with those red lines. And what traders, smart traders, what they do, they wait for a breakout. Here, with this buy stop, in my opinion, can go a bit lower, for example here, and just wait for a decision to be made. So far, trading on oil is rather boring. Nothing happens. We have to wait for a trigger, for a game changer here. Right, let's come back to the currencies and sum up those movements. Cable, British pound to American dollar, advancing higher, new highs of the day, 1.26. British pound on Canadian dollar, also a very positive situation. We are about to hit this long-term resistance. Euro to Australian dollar, about to test the neckline of the inverted head and shoulder formation and about to test the short-term horizontal support. In case that this support will be broken, let me draw you another one. Breaking the, let's have red color, breaking the red line along with a breakout under this support. Only that can trigger a sell signal here. Because as long as the price stays above the green area, the sentiment here is positive. Euro to American dollar advancing higher. I don't think that this head and shoulder formation will happen. As you can see, since the time we were talking about this position, we are already 20 pips higher. Euro to Canadian dollar defending this support, but remembering the long-term bearish situation here. Australian dollar to American dollar beautifully defended this support. So if, well, we said that from the last week, from yesterday, the best trading occasion was Kiwi, and now the best trading occasion is Kiwi with Aussie. So both long positions there. Gold defending support, still positive sentiment. New Zealand dollar to American dollar positive, as we mentioned. American dollar to Canadian dollar waiting for this support to be broken. That would be it. I'm very happy that our, not recommendations, but our views on the market are happening. I'm happy that you're watching our videos and you can benefit from the knowledge that we are giving you. We are doing the best what we can to support you in your trading, and hopefully you have some good effects with that. Thanks very much for watching. Now break, and after the break, webinar about trading psychology. Also remember that trading and investment in financial markets involves an element of risk. Follow us on Twitter and our website alpari.news, and see you soon on Trading Psychology webinar. Thanks.